Hey guys, it's From Experience. Today I want to talk about something a little different from what I usually cover. There was a period in my life where I was talking to a lot of girls at once. And I mean a lot. Multiple conversations going at all times. Different girls, different vibes, trying different things with different people, seeing what worked and what did not. And honestly, it was fun. There is something about that energy, the constant flirting, the attention coming from multiple directions at once, everyone wanting something from you at the same time. It just feels good when you are in it. I am not going to pretend otherwise. I remember one situation specifically that I still think about sometimes. I was snapping two girls at the same time. Nothing serious with either of them, just that fun back and forth energy that goes nowhere but feels good anyway. And I had absolutely no idea they knew each other. One day they sent me a picture, both of them together, smiling at the camera. And without even really thinking about it, I replied, "My two favorite girls." And somehow, that landed perfectly fine, which probably says more about the energy I had at that time than anything else I could tell you. But here is the part about that period that I want to be completely honest about. It was also stressful. Keeping up with that many conversations simultaneously, remembering what you said to who, making sure the energy stayed right across multiple different people at the same time. It takes more out of you than you actually realize when you are in it. There were moments where it genuinely felt like a job. And here is something I noticed during that whole period that I found genuinely interesting. Women respond completely differently to a guy whose attention is divided than they do to a guy who is fully focused on just them. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. You would think a girl would want the guy who is completely locked in and devoted to her. But in my experience, that is not really how attraction actually works. An attractive guy whose attention is naturally split between multiple people somehow feels more desirable than a less attractive guy who is giving you absolutely everything he has. Because divided attention communicates something without you ever having to say it out loud. It communicates that this person has options, that their attention is not something everyone just automatically gets access to, that you are one of several people who wants to be around them. And people want what other people want. That is just how human nature works. But here is where things shifted for me. At some point, I looked around at all the girls I was talking to, and I realized none of them were girls I would actually want to date. Outside of the fun aspect of it, the texting, the back and forth, the constant flow of attention coming in, there was not really anything there worth genuinely investing in. And at some point, that starts to feel a little pointless. Like you are spending energy on something that is never going to become anything real. So I shifted. And the shift was not dramatic. It was not a decision I announced to anyone. I just started moving differently. Now, instead of spreading my attention everywhere, I keep it almost entirely to myself. There is something I find far more interesting now than texting a bunch of girls who I am not really invested in. It is the tension. That moment where you make eye contact with someone across a room and you both know something is there, and you just let it sit. Not acting on it, not going over, not making it easy for either of you. Just keeping that tension alive without doing anything with it. And there is something about being the guy who could go over, who could make it happen, but simply chooses not to, that feels more powerful than anything I was doing back then. Because it is not about the volume of attention you are giving out anymore. It is about the weight of the presence you bring to a moment. And learning the difference between those two things changed everything about how I move. That is all for this one. If any of this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more from experience. Catch you in the next one.